So I'm sitting here with Nicole, who has created the Gratitude Project with me, and we thought that we would get Nicole to ask some questions that have been percolating in her mind about the things you may want to know if you've got this far. Because if you're watching this video, it means that you have signed up for the SOM Gratitude Project. And I think even that if you're listening to this now, this might even be day one. And there are some things we want you to know. So Nicole's going to ask me some questions, and then I'm going to do my best to answer these questions. Some of these questions we have even received from people who are doing the Gratitude Project with us. Okay, Nicole, first question.
Excellent. How do people best prepare for the Gratitude Project?
How do people prepare for the Gratitude Project? So you don't really have to do much. The fact that you're here, the fact that you have signed up is the greatest part of your preparation. Potentially having a notebook that you're going to enjoy writing in, and even something as simple as buying a pen that you enjoy writing with could be something that you do, because there will be a little bit of writing. Writing is a tool that is incredibly helpful in bringing a lot of the peripheral noise in your subconscious to your conscious. And from that place, we have choice, we have power, we have awareness. So we created this in a way that you don't need to do too much to participate in the Gratitude Project. Just getting ready to read these emails every day is enough. Maybe figuring out in your mind, setting an intention that at 7:15 every morning, you're going to read the Gratitude Project emails, and that might be all that you do. You might make it that simple. In each email, there will be a theme, there will be an activity, and you can do as much or as little of that activity that works for you. We have again made it so accessible, so simple, that the activities included in the Gratitude Project, we hope are very easy to incorporate into your daily life. So in terms of preparation, that notebook, that pen, but predominantly creating the space in your mind, figuring out in your schedule how you are going to intentionally start this project with us is all you need to do.
And what do you think that people can expect from the Gratitude Project?
What can people expect? Anything you start to focus on amplifies in our life. So the concept of gratitude, the concept of appreciation, the concept of giving thanks for people, things, experiences in our lives, bringing that into your conscious mind over and over and over throughout these 21 days will absolutely change your life experience. There's no way it can't. Even, for example, like when you buy a particular model of a car, you know, if you buy a Nissan, all of a sudden you're starting to see the Nissans all over the place. If you're buying a Tesla, of course, you're going to start seeing the Teslas all over the place. Same thing happens with practices as simple as gratitude, with states of being as simple as appreciation. If you're focusing on that, then more and more you're going to notice these spontaneous moments of gratitude and appreciation popping into your daily life. You don't have to do much. All it can take is a shift in perspective, a shift in your awareness, essentially. And as these things are incredibly personal and incredibly unique, you will have your own particular experience in the Gratitude Project. It'll be different to mine, it'll be different to Nicole's, and we want to hear about that. We want to hear about all these different experiences. We want to hear if it's difficult. We want to hear if you're having real challenges with some of the activities, because you won't be alone in that. These practices, whilst simple, may not necessarily be easy at times. And that resistance, those challenges are actually little golden nuggets of information if we are patient and compassionate, and also bring a little more awareness to those moments. Next question.
And many people are asking, so why has SOM decided to do the Gratitude Project?
Well, that is a very, very good question. Why have we decided to do a gratitude project? It came up first with one of our teachers, Jo Pearson. Last year, she participated in her own gratitude exercise, like a gratitude challenge, and she was telling me about it, and it sounded incredibly interesting. She had some really wonderful shifts, and so in the back of my mind, I was thinking we need to do something like this with Som at some point. And then in the past few months, since having my second baby, I have experienced some mental health challenges myself, similar to what I experienced after having my first son. And I know, as a teacher of meditation, as a teacher of introspective practices, as someone who has also had a lot of therapy and has had some pretty powerful teachers in my life, that something as simple as a gratitude practice, a consistent gratitude practice, can be incredibly powerful in helping us shift stuck emotions, can be helpful in supporting us seeing the world in a different way, seeing ourselves in a different way. So in many ways, I've kind of done this for myself, but I also know that our community, the Som community, are a group of people that would really get a lot from something along the lines of this. So I've done it for me, I've done it for our community, and I've done it for every single one of you watching this video, and I've done it with the help of some pretty wonderful people. So I had the idea, Nicole hit the ground running, took the ideas, gave it some structure, and then we filled in the details together as a team. And you're going to get our creation over the next 21 days, every single day in your inbox.
And on the other flip side, what if people don't want to do it anymore? What if it gets a bit hard?
People want to give up.
Yeah.
The moment you want to give up is a sign that shifts are about to happen. The moment you hit that resistance and you keep going, this is when change happens. Resistance is a really common way your ego stops you changing. Because if you think about it, if you listen to that resistance, if you listen to those small or maybe not so small voices in your head telling you to sleep in, telling you not to do that task, saying things are too hard or too silly, that is the voice of the part of you that wants you to stay in the same place, stay in the same patterns, stay in the same cycles of behavior. As someone who has experienced many periods within my life where it seems almost impossible to shift the programming, to shift the narrative in my head. Nowadays, when I hit resistance, when I hit procrastination, when I hit, there's all these really obvious mechanisms that we use for self-sabotage, essentially, and resistance is absolutely one of those. So the moment you want to give up is a magical moment. The moment you want to give up, if you get a little more gentle with yourself, if you relax, if you take a teeny tiny step in the direction that you want to head in, you're moving through that resistance, you're reprogramming your mind, and on the other side of that resistance is probably something pretty magical. So resistance is a good thing. Resistance is a sign. We watch it, and we watch those voices, but we ignore them and we keep going.
So if you had a magic wand and we get to the end of the gratitude project, what does success look like to you?
Ooh, success. Everyone is going to get a different thing from this experience. Success for some people might be just reading the email every single day. Amazing. Success for some people might be getting to day 4, giving up for a couple of days, and then jumping back on that wagon for 3 more days, giving up, then jumping back on that wagon again. Or jumping back on the wagon of a commitment that you have gotten a little loose on is really powerful. So so as someone who is sober, my sobriety didn't just happen overnight. It took many stops and starts, many false starts, many falling off the wagons and getting back on the wagons before now coming to this period of about 7 years sobriety. It is that getting back on the wagon, even with this gratitude project, that is the most important thing. Progress, the process over perfection every single time. For some people, success might be some more awareness around areas of our life that maybe we do need to change. Success might be shifting your attitude towards around something that in the past you've been really stuck in. Success will look very different for everyone. Success might even be sharing your experiences with another person. We're all so different, we're all so unique that we will all have different things that we can get out of this. So we'd love to hear about your successes. We would love to hear, as I said before, especially about the things you find difficult, because quite often we don't talk about those things with each other as other human beings. We kind of assume that everyone else is finding things really straightforward and easy, when that is most definitely not the case. Everything rolls out differently for different people. So let us know what your successes are, and let us know what your challenges are also.
And I think that's a wrap on the questions.
We're so excited to have you with us. We want to hear all about your experiences. And if you have any questions, you can email me, Claire, at wearesom. We would love you to share your experiences. So if you are on social media, post about what is going on for you within the Gratitude Project. Post photos of you doing the activities. The more we talk about this with other people, the more we share our experiences, the more we show people how easy it is to incorporate these very simple practices into their lives, then we have something that potentially will spread further and further and further. We will see you soon, and it is so wonderful to have you with us.